Go on, you start.
It's another Dean. LaFontaine style. I forgot the name. No, it's welcome to Drop the Lineup with Gregor and Dan. How are you?
I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad. I feel like it's feel a bit weird in this situation. We've not really sort of done anything like this before, but you know, it's good. It's
all
good.
The way from sunny
Starford. Yeah, Essex. Well, Essex. I'm live on the border of Essex and Hertfordshire. So it's like if I say I'm from Essex, people are like, "You're not from Essex because you're just from." I'm from nowhere near like Southend and people like that. But then if you go like Hertfordshire, it's like, well, you live about an hour away from St Albans. So I'm in this like weird little grey area. It's a bit weird.
North Lanarkshire. It's a second home for you these days.
Yeah, it is.
You're never.
I never leave. I'm just sort of go down and get back.
Some Glasgow and he's just up all the time.
Here we go. Literally barely 2 minutes in, and already it starts. So
this was an idea we've had since like October.
Well, I proposed it to you in October, but I think you had the same sort of similar idea as did I for like before that, and I was just pissed enough in Nottingham to propose the idea, and then. I don't know, fast forward it sort of 5 months and then here we are. It's good. It's good though. But I mean, we're basically just for, I guess, an explanation of a premise. I mean, I guess we'll get better at sort of explaining these things.
We don't really know what's going on yet.
But it's hoping to be, you know, like a music-centered podcast, which you know, I guess that's basically it really. But I mean, the Drop the Lineup kind of, the reason why we've called it that would, I guess, make a bit more sense if we've got someone on, because it's kind of like your sort of dream festival lineup and stuff. But we're hoping it's also just like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, just, you know, music news, just a general chit chat, anything really with regards to with a music focused centre. I love how deep I can go in that.
Just the conversations we have, but out there for everyone to hear. So
well, pretty much.
We can't say everything we always say, but
yeah, we can't say everything. And there's certain people that will watch and you're like, oh, okay, yeah. Oh, but there you go. But yeah, what were the other names that you had?
Right.
Because we were struggling with the name. I was like, okay, well, like if we're coming up to do this, we've booked this, and it's like, okay, we've got to just start it.
I only sent you 2 names, I think.
Well, can I start off with my ones? Because I've only got 2. I just said, okay, like, so like, I was like, okay, Radiohead were called after a Talking Heads song, and there's certain bands that are called after, you know, certain songs or whatever. So I was like, the first one was being called like the All In podcast, which is a LaFontaine song, and then I thought Under the Storm, which is just like, I don't know what I was thinking there, and then I called you at Stansted Airport being like, oh, making waves, and you're like, oh yeah, no, really good, mate, really good, and then you just
after I was like, terrible. When we had enough drinks at New Year's Eve, I told you,
and then you sort of had a panic yesterday, came up with Drop the Lineup, and I was like, yes, that's it.
Was it called like Dan and Gregor's record store or something?
Yeah, and I was like,
sent you it, that was it, and then Drop the Lineup came, and that was good. So the other one I had was Getting Boozy with the Bands. That's not even the most stupid one.
I shouldn't have sipped that just before you said
and
that.
Then we had the house
Getting
party.
Boozy with the Bands.
We had the house party, which is like, we decided there's too many podcasts called the house party.
Yeah.
And then
how many podcasts do you think there are called Getting Boozy?
I don't know, but yeah, there were none called this.
Could you imagine like you get like a band on that's like, it's like the front man had like alcohol issues in the past and he's got like teetotal or something. Welcome to Getting Boozy with the Bands. It's just like, he's like, oh yeah, sorry, I'll have an apple juice, please.
And there'll be no podcast called this. So it mixes the 2 places we're from. What's your stuff? Which I thought sounded really clever when I typed it out.
Yeah.
But it's not.
I wonder if anyone else in Stortford has been at Wishaw in the last 12 months, or even just ever, like, or even vice versa. Yeah. I think it's more likely that someone from Wishaw has been to Stortford.
Yeah.
Maybe if like their flight got cancelled at Stansted and they need to find a hotel. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit weird.
Exactly.
We've had a big year though. Like in terms of
4 days
stuff
in.
that I can't get rid of you and you can't get rid of me.
But yeah,
we used to see each other like what, once every 3 months, and now it's just like
every month, about twice.
Yeah, it's just like nuts.
So where did it all start?
What do you mean? What? How do you want to go back to?
No. But where did the year start? Like when we started hanging out.
I would say the Spoons crew, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it was meant to be. We were meant to go to Bristol, but then you couldn't make it because of the
storm.
Under the
storm. Yeah, no, it was who came up with the Spoons idea? I guess it was we just saw some stuff online.
Yeah, I wanted to go down and see Matt in London, and then we decided to do that, and he ended up not even coming.
forgotten it to come. That was a really good day.
The spins one was good.
Because we got a load of people go down from, I mean, God knows where. I mean, so for people that don't know, we decided to do, well, it was originally supposed to be 20 Weatherspoons in Zone 1 of London. But then there's one that's near my work that's being renovated, which I think is now open. I think
it's back open. I saw it like
a
few months ago. The Cross Keys was back open.
Blimey. And I think that's like the best one in London. It's like, I mean, it's like I don't know what to compare it to. It's like like an O2 Academy almost, like the amount of space that you've got on the walls. What was the other one that was shut? I can't remember.
There was one that shut down fully, so we ended up doing 18.
But we did 20 drinks though.
Yeah, I think I did like 25 in the end. Passed out.
Yeah.
In that hotel. And it was at Elephant and Castle.
And the people getting their haircuts at 1 a.m, and we're just like, we've got 20 drinks in our system, and we're just wondering why people are getting.
And we got sides.
Oh yeah,
we got side men food,
which was like mediocre.
It was cold.
Yeah, because you probably travelled from like.
No, it came from next door. I sort of checked it on the tracker.
Oh really?
Yeah, they have a wee like cooker next door.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because they sell out like they buy the kitchens.
Yeah.
And then the kitchens make it, obviously.
Yeah. Oh man, no, that was the first one. But yeah, we completed it. We did manage it. Started at what, 9 a.m?
7.
Oh yeah, you started at 7, but then like me and
you turned up about 8.
And then we had a full English, and then
I was kicking about Buckingham Palace at 5:30 in the morning.
How much? So you took the Caledonian sleeper down, and how much sleep did you get on that train?
Half an hour. Wow. And then even on the way back, I got none either. Apart from the only sleep.
And you had work at like 8 in the morning.
Yeah, so I just ended up like working the whole day, and then that same day I came back. I was here to do that Biscuit Time podcast.
Oh yeah,
that exact same morning.
But yeah, no, that was good. And then I need to look at like my pictures. I think like just what we actually did, because I mean I've
got a gig list, and we went to most of the same gigs.
Yeah, I mean it went from that was what, March, I think. That's when it really started, and then there wasn't really anything in April. May we went to see the Snuts. Yeah. Then, that was it. Yeah, May see the Snuts. We never stopped eating the Snuts all year. We'll get onto that in a bit. We'll get onto that. We'll go. Yeah, I mean the Snuts was O2 Brixton, which is sort of a dirty word now. Yeah, it's shut down for like weeks? 2 months now. I think they're literally not doing anything. I think who was the band that was like a heavy metal band that was supposed
Trivium.
to play?
They just
Trivium.
Rescheduled to the Hammersmith Apollo.
Oh really?
From the Downloads Festival.
Is it on the same day they've done it? Yeah. Oh really? Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, that was mad hearing about that. But
it's scary.
Yeah. But it was, I mean, we spoke about this anyway. It was like, because you've got the barriers that are at Brixton. Like, if you've never been to Brixton, like, it's a great venue, I think.
That's amazing.
Like, you've only been, what, once?
Yeah, I've only been there once.
Whereas I think that's probably the most I've, like, visited venue that I've been to. And it is definitely one of my favourites, that and maybe Ali Pali. But, like, there's these two barriers that are right at the front. Like, so the stage is, like, here.
Yeah, they're scattered all over as well.
They're, like... Oh yeah, because usually I go quite close, and then it's like there's the other ones there, and whether or not that attributed to it.
No, it was folk.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely like just people just piling in, and it's just like when you can't control that volume of people, it's like you're just asking for trouble in that sort of sense. But yeah, no, I mean before that happened, I guess we had a good night. Yeah, that was good. With who supporting?
Jimmy Webster.
Unbelievable.
And there was someone else that we would.
And how much did the ticket cost you?
It was £5.
Yeah,
it cost 20.
Yeah, because I didn't see. I couldn't read. They were doing a promotion for some reason. I don't know how much they sold out. I don't know, but they did a promotion for like, was it £6?
£6 tickets on like the week before.
And then I paid the full 22 amount, which is fine, you know.
So did Dan Short as well, because he did the ticket for ages.
Oh yeah.
So you weren't the only one.
Yeah. No, that was good though. That was good.
Obviously, Underworld.
Okay,
and that Hostel as well.
Oh, don't. That was the start. I think that was maybe the full start, I would say.
Yeah, that was like right before the summer.
The summer of dreams.
And then we just did like everything we could.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and then sort of May happened. So anyway, we'll get onto Underworld in a bit, because I guess we went there after Sam Fender, which we'll get onto. But May, you didn't go to Slam Dunk, did you? I mean, you went last year.
No, I just came back from
Malta. That was it. Yeah, you went to Malta. Yeah, tell me about Malta, because I didn't go to Malta. at all.
I think we got scammed.
Oh yeah,
because we could have done the whole trip for like 200 quid less, but we panicked and bought the package, so we paid like 250 quid for this 1-star hotel.
Is that when you say the package? Do you mean like as
the
in
ticket package, and then the hotel was included?
Oh right.
But we could have like done it like on Airbnb. But we didn't know that at the time. Everyone else like didn't do the package holiday; they just bought the festival.
And now the company has now gone bankrupt, which has just been.
I think they owe about 19 million.
What, to everyone?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's people that we know that they are. Do you? You don't?
No,
I
didn't.
Any money.
I spent all my money because it was this wee it was this wee wristband.
Right.
You load the money up like trees.
Oh yeah.
And you scanned the wristband, but I'd spent all mine. Yeah. I had like £7 on it. But
what do you think of that?
Minimum. It's so much. It's all right.
I think
phone connection is good.
Yeah, because we had it at 2,000 Trees, and like everyone was like, "Oh, it's good because you don't have cash and that." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, fine," but
just use
everyone uses card these days now anyway, especially at festivals. Like everyone's got that little the little contest thing. And what I found was I was like, "Okay, well I'll put 100 quid in, and then I'll top up." That was my thing, but I didn't have any signal for like the whole weekend, so I had to borrow like a hotspot off someone to do it, and then you have to like it's just
Does it have a little top up bit? Like
no, that's what I thought it was going to be.
At Malta, I could do that because I took euros with me to go on holiday.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be that, as in like there'd be like a little bit where you just go, oh, how much you want, like just but it's not. It was all just online.
The worst ones is the tokens. So you go and queue for a token and queue for the bar.
Oh,
you know those ones.
Yeah, where I think I've been. So I want to say that I've done.
Vibrations Festival in Falkirk, the best festival, did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then there was one in Queen's Park. I think it was Primal Scream.
I tell you where did it. Tenement Trail.
Did it?
Well, they did food. They did it for food.
Oh,
That's why there was
food.
that massive queue for Tenement Trail like the other day, where it was just like, I said the other day, it was like what, October, yeah. They had that massive queue, and it was just and it was I didn't know how it worked.
I don't understand it.
Yeah,
just have one queue.
Exactly.
Do that.
Exactly. Like, but yeah. So, I mean, what did you think of the actual? I guess a festival abroad, because I've never done a festival.
It was
abroad.
in a car park of this nightclub, and it was not horrible. Well, the festival was good.
Yeah.
The country wasn't very nice.
Really?
So, like first world country with like loads of third world ideas.
Oh no!
And like there was just like nappies on the street.
Would you do it? Would you do it again if there was like a? I guess I don't want to say would you do it again. Like if there was a lineup that was good enough, with that kind of setup that you saw.
Yeah, I wouldn't do like a camping festival abroad.
Oh God, no.
Do like a 3-dayer, but just because I was seeing one band and a few others, but we ended up missing because it was too hot during the day to watch bands.
Who were you meant to see?
Well, I mean, we only really went to like Malevolent. No, I didn't even go and see Malevolent. They were on at 1 p.m. and that day it was 37 degrees during the day, so I was like, I'm sitting at the pool.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That's the day the Curtis got Clarty.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Our mate, literally, there's two videos actually. One that I've edited with Lethal Bizzle playing in the background, where he's just standing in the middle of like this. I think it's a huge pit that's opened up for Malevolence, and some guy just comes out of nowhere and just absolutely bodies him, and he's not a big lad, is he? Our Curtis, he's a thin guy, and it's just like he just goes straight on the floor like gone. Yeah. But yeah, no, then because you were meant to come back, because I had the idea of just coming down to do Slam Dunk, because we did Slam Dunk North 21. Yeah. Which is in Leeds, and Slam Dunk.
Come down south.
Yeah, because it's I didn't even realise like how close it was to where I live. It's like the issue is that obviously they do it so people in London can get out because it's in Hatfield.
You have to go in and out.
Yeah, so I would have to go in and out. But luckily, I was like, if I was thinking about getting a lift over, but I'd been to see Liam at Nebworth the night before for like 40 quid because all the trains are on strike basically on that day. So people were selling their tickets for like 40 quid. So I got to see Paolo, Kasabian and Liam at Nebworth for 40 quid, which is just mental. And then I was like, and then I was just on my own at Slam Dunk because I just wanted to go and see the Dropkick Murphys. And there's a few others like Mum Jeans and I guess Hot Mulligan.
I don't think it's really my
no, it's and it's like over 100 quid this year. I mean, I think I'll still go if I'm honest.
I'm gonna try, but I don't know what I'm up to.
There's enough there that I can go. I can justify that, and maybe a Leeds night out the night before or something. But no, it was good. It was good. And then I did sort of get a bit knackered, and I was like, I saw Dropkicks, who I love, and then Sum 41 were on after. Yeah. And I just sort of
neck deep with there. But I think they were clashing.
Oh yeah, no, they were clashing. Yeah, because I saw In Bloom, because I went, I'd like run to go and see him, and then I was just like, I saw just a bit of Sum 41, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna head home. Like, but luckily it was like what, half-hour drive from mine. Yeah, like it was bliss. I was like home in like half an hour, and then I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Yeah,
I remember when I didn't come. It was the week before the big one.
Oh, we'll get on to it.
The best festival ever.
It's just.
Metal.
Do you know what I was thinking about today? How big that arena is.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's just.
How long a walk was it from camp?
Oh, don't.
35
so,
minutes.
For those who didn't hear, by the way, that's Download Festival in Donington Park, famous for its racing and its metal. Yeah.
I think it's equal famous.
Eco famous.
Not equal, like famous for racing and metal.
Eco famous. Like, how many pints?
No, they have a green. They have a like eco camp. You have to tidy up or you don't get your money back.
Oh yeah, they had that at Leeds this year. And everyone was saying, "Oh, it's amazing." Yeah, no one burnt anything.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, my first download.
Same.
Your first download?
No, I didn't pilot, but
oh yeah, I didn't do the
that
pilot.
would be my first one. Yeah,
First proper big
one.
all scale one, and yeah, that was just mental. That was
the
just
best.
It was.
There was only 5 people in the camp. We met a bunch of boys from
like
Wolverhampton.
we sort of put feelers out there for like over about a year or something. We're just being like, look,
I was only going to go for the Sunday to see Biffy, and it worked out the same price to camp because of how much the buses were going to cost.
Yeah. So it was like, there was 5 of us. Well, actually, 4 of us at the start.
Yeah.
And then our mate joined the day after. We just, that was pretty much, and then those, yeah, like you said, those boys from Wolverhampton. What was hilarious is like, which we always just laugh at, is how we were like, okay, we do like heavy music, we do,
yeah,
but we're not like true metal.
Only listen to
no, exactly. So it's like we're not like true metalheads. So we were like, oh, are we going to be a bit out of? I don't know if you were thinking like this. I was like, oh, we're going to be a bit out of place. Are we going to be out of place? And then we sat down at this camp,
they were
playing like Blossoms,
Bad Boy Chiller Crew. Because we had that in our playlist. We were going to play, no, we can't. And then they were like, a week 450. You're like, and just ran over, and then they became like our best mates.
Yeah, they were great. And then we just spent like the whole weekend with them. Yeah, and then. Just, I mean, it got to that Sunday night and we were just
dead
on the floor. I've never felt like that. It's like, so the sheer size of Download.
It's huge.
It's massive. Just the walk from our campsite, from where we camped to the actual arena. I mean, at Leeds Festival, where we camp at Leeds, how long is that? What, 10-minute walk?
10 max.
If that.
Yeah, if you want to see a band, you can just go.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I remember, this is when, like, I realised that I kind of, like, fucked it a bit. Because it was, like, I woke up on the Friday, and there was me and George, who we came with, and there was a band that George wanted to see, and I wanted to see this band from Australia called Press Club, who I saw at, like, Reading a few years back, and I was like, oh, I'll just go into the arena, see them for, like, half an hour, and then come back out. And then I remember, like, where you'd walk from the camp, you'd go down this hill, up this little bit of a hill.
And on the tarmac.
On the tarmac.
And back off the tarmac.
Yeah, but it was when we went, me and George went round the co-op,
yeah.
You know where like RIP Cabinet is, and we turned the corner, and then it's just this massive just walk up there, and it's like a further like 50 minutes, and we're like, yeah, I think we've fucked it a bit here, and then I had to come in and come back out, and I think by that day, that was the day we saw one of the best discoveries of this year, I'd say. And I say discovery.
Who? Oh,
I say discovery because they're one of the.
You can't say you discovered cats.
They're the hottest band in the world. But yeah, we were like, okay, we want to see.
We just
Biffy.
assumed they were old. Well, they are old men.
Yeah, especially if you look at their hands when they're playing. I was speaking to Claire about that the other night. I was like, people's like hands. I don't know how I think we were talking about like Nigella Lawson, like or something. Or I think I was talking to someone about Nigella Lawson being like, oh, like she hasn't aged on her face, but it's like if you look at her hands, like they've aged. They actually have aged, but yeah, because we went to see, because realistically, we only really cared about Biffy. And
they were the only really headliner I would have cared about.
Really, and then
a good few other
we've got another mate called Dan, and he was like, you've got to go and see Kiss, you've got to go and see Kiss, you've got to go and see, and the same with Iron Maiden, and we're like, yeah, and we were just like joking, being like how Kiss are portrayed to be like this, rock and roll, and then they're just like, we like to rock, and you're just like, that's basically it, and then they came on, and it's just like, I remember I gave a look to you, and it was just like,
there was like a pantomime. It was like a big stage show.
Oh, it was a massive
like it was Get Sweet Gets You In.
Yeah.
And we stayed for the full thing.
Yeah, the others left. They were like, and we were just like, nah, we want to see the rest of this. We want to see just Gene Simmons just
Yeah, it was mental.
yeah, doing that.
And then Iron Maiden, which was also just a big stage show.
Yeah, I think that's why maybe people don't like Biffy as much doing it. Because like that, and it annoys me because they are one of the best like rock.
Yeah.
If you're talking like rock, if you're talking rock,
Modern rock bands.
Yeah, modern rock bands that's like, released albums in the past sort of 10, even like, 10, 15, 20 years that should be getting the crowd for Kiss and Maiden was just mental. I mean, and then people would have, packed up by Sunday and gone. And then they're just slating how Biffy shouldn't headline. And I'm just like, are you mental? Like what are you watching? Like that is...
I think I saw them 4 or 5 times last year. Maybe 6.
Oh, I tell you what I saw. Sorry, I've got to flex on this. The acoustic show.
Yeah, I was at 2 of them as well.
Yeah, what?
I was at 2 acoustic shows as well. The
Oh,
same
really?
Tour. Yeah, so it's not a flex.
Wait, no, it wasn't an acoustic. Wait, it was the acoustic tour.
Yeah, they played like a bunch of in-stores.
But when was that though? I think this was a one-off.
March.
Well, I don't know.
They played the Glasgow ones, and they'd done like one down in prison.
Oh, right.
And then they'd done one in the church.
I'm not going to flex then. No, this was a Radio X special. You didn't have Chris Moyles there.
Just watch it on YouTube.
But then if anyone was at that, which I doubt they were, but because it was in this church, the acoustics were like phenomenal. But the problem was if you started talking,
proper corporate,
you could. Well. Oh, that's the thing, right? So I'll come on to that. That's the thing. Here's the thing. So it's just, I just feel like I'm kind of glad it's gotten about half an hour in before we've done like the first inside joke. Because what I was afraid about is if this was going to just become a podcast where it's just going to be all of our inside jokes, which like no one's going to understand. No one's going to understand us just going, here's the thing. Like
they're not even funny.
Yeah, but every group has that. Like every group has like an inside joke that they just find hilarious. I mean, we've got about 50?
A billion.
You are not a brand. You're not a brand. It would just be like quotes that we'll just hear or something. But
today I feel
podcast. Yeah. So going back to the Biffy gig, the acoustics in this church was just phenomenal. It's a church in Hackney in London. And it was the Radio X gig there, and obviously you got like Chris Moyles and everyone from the Chris Moyles show at the top, and Radio X and global executives at the top, and when they were just there, just to really not give a shit, and then there's just
the full thing.
And Simon Neil genuinely stopped. I think it might have been Machines, and was just like, "Listen, can everyone shut the fuck up, just for this song, and then you can go back to chatting, or if you're gonna chat, then leave." Which I've got a lot more respect. I mean, I've had respect for him for fucking years, but like not respect went just that little bit higher. Just
it was quite expensive for normal fans as well. It was like 40 odd quid.
Yeah, it was like 45. Luckily,
the Glasgow ones were only 17, so I saw both of them in the same night.
Yeah,
that's decent. Well, because I was out the night before. Cathouse regular.
Cathouse regular. Which he now
not anymore.
Not anymore. What's our favourite?
Box.
Love
Box.
Box.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Box cocktails. Venergies.
Venergies.
What else did they say? That's the only one I have.
Do you see Curtis got a free hat the other day?
From Box?
Yeah, because it was one of the Venoms that had like you win a free hat.
No,
did you not see this?
No,
it was on the night out. It was the subcourt. It was your birthday.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, he comes up to me like just absolutely buzzing, like I've just won this hat. And
did it say it on the Venom bottle?
Yeah, it just said like inside, like you've won the hat, which I thought, yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's
I want it.
Yeah, so did I.
Wear hats.
I'll wear hats.
They just annoy my head.
Yeah.
Wait, we've done Download, we're at June.
The
rest of the year.
Well, I mean, I went, we can just touch upon it. Like, it's not, I mean, I went somewhere, which I'm just going to
I won't be going again.
What? You went
again? I've not got a ticket.
Oh, it
was April for
Glastonbury. Yeah, which is just, I can't even explain it. It's just ridiculous.
It's just...
Went with my mum.
Sounds brilliant, right?
Yeah.
What was it, July?
What?
Just Glastonbury, brilliant, right? So in July, we went to Transmit, which you didn't go to.
Yeah, because I went to Trees.
I had my press pass, but that won't be happening anymore.
Oh, here we go. This is just a one flex. This podcast is just who can one up each other. Just like, well, I did this. Well, I went to Glastonbury. Oh, well, I got a press pass. Oh, I got this.
I've got a flight radar notification. I'll have to check that after.
No, check it now.
We'll see. What the rate.
Our new obsession is
I've got 2.
The flight radar.
So there's a plane.
If you don't have it,
has an alert over Sao Paulo.
What was that? What happened to that one that we checked one in the pub just before? And it was
landed in Gatwick safely.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Because it looked. And it's air traffic control with Gregor.
There's two Brazil declared emergency. Just they have to pay extra money to find out the emergency.
Oh, that's a shame. That's how they get you.
Let's see what's over. Oh, there's nothing over us right now. There is a plane flying over to Kilbride from Tenerife. It's going to land in Glasgow in 25 minutes.
Well, if you're on that flight, hello. Good evening. Good evening.
It's such a good app. I love it.
It's great.
I sat on it for 3 hours.
It's annoying because that's now my new obsession because there was an app. Well, there still is the app, but for some reason you can't do it.
The radio one?
Yeah, the radio one. Is an app that was called Radio Garden. And I think if I get a VPN, I can do it. So I might do that. But you could listen to any radio station in the world, including like student radio, like literally anything, like the middle of like Mongolia you can get to, and like you click on it and then within like a second it's just like done. Yeah. And then it's like playing Ed Sheeran, of course, like it's just someone's you cannot escape the man. You go to like the middle of Ethiopia, he's just playing, like that's just it. But yeah, no, it was that's just a great app. And then I think it's because of Brexit or something where like you can only access UK ones, but it's good to get. What's really good is the student radios that you get in like college towns in America that are just playing like 90s hip hop and just like indie music and stuff. It's great.
My college had a student radio, but it was rubbish and they never let me have a shot.
So. I should have done it. Well, look at them now. Look at them now. Look at us now.
Where's I think it was Kira's hour. So where's she? Where's Kira now? I think she's.
Where is she?
I think she's working for an actual radio station. I think she works for Clyde One.
Hi, I'm Kira. This is my hour. Right, on to July. So Transmit,
brilliant. But you weren't there, so there's no point talking about it.
But you
saw Sam Fender. It was just I didn't enjoy him that time.
Who did you see for the first time?
Paolo.
No.
Oh,
did you see Paolo? Is that the first time you saw Paolo?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was too drunk though. Too much Panther milk.
But you saw him the other day though, like twice, didn't you?
Yeah, so at the end of last year.
What who was the band though before the Strokes?
Oh yeah, Foles. Yeah,
unbelievable. They are Foles. Just unreal. I was trying to go into that weekend and be like, it's gonna be amazing. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be.
Yeah, Foles are good.
They're unbelievable. They're just.
Team at Leeds.
They are. They said that they might bring someone out at Leeds in their announcement. They were like, could bring someone out.
Don't know who.
I don't know who because they're not that type of band.
Is it they've got an old member that left?
They're not going to bring him out. I don't even know who that is. Please welcome our old member that no one knows the name of. Like just straight in. On you come. That's it.
The week after that, it was the London weekend, Finsbury Community.
Yeah.
So we saw Sam Fender.
So that was the hottest. So yeah, we went from that, and July was probably the busiest.
It was a week before the hottest day in London.
Yeah, but it was still like
35.
It was 35 at Fender. What was it? A Community, like
it was hot. I think it was
hotter.
Yeah, there was a breeze.
Yeah, but yeah, that was good. That was when we went to. So we're getting to Underworld now. We'll get to talk about Underworld.
Yeah.
We'll talk about just.
Well, I don't know what happened. It's special.
I don't know because that was the first time I ever went there.
London.
Cat House in London, but worse.
Charge you 10 times a drink.
Yeah, and they don't do Venoms. But
£6 for a copper.
We shouldn't talk about Underworld actually because Underworld.
74
for what?
Copper bag, like a 500ml bottle.
Oh, blimey.
Didn't even have strawberry lime. Only mixed fruit.
Sort it out, Underworld. Sort it out.
Only mixed fruit. It's horrible flavour.
What was I going to say? No, it's horrible. It's horrible. No, what was the club that we went to the next night?
Oh yeah, is that the one you were thinking of?
What
Islington?
Club de Fromage?
Yeah, well we went to the indie one first.
So we let's talk about our mindset. So we've obviously done this weekend where we've got a lot of people down and we've said we'll do Sam Fender on the Friday and we'll do Community Fest on the Saturday because I've done Community that was my second time or third time.
The Community put you off because it was not a bad lineup, but
it wasn't
anywhere.
Yeah, you can because it was like two door and Wombat, so I've seen about a million times and all that. But we were just like, we'll just do it anyway and then go out. But we were like, okay, we want to go somewhere different than Underworld because we've been there like twice before and we went there the night before. So we're like, okay, we'll go somewhere different. I think it was me.
You suggested Islington.
I was just like, look, where's got like an indie night that we can go to? And I was like, O2 Islington. I was like, that must be quite good. We went in and it was like a tenner entry or something.
Yeah.
The drinks were cheap, if you remember.
£3 pints.
Which is in an O2 Academy.
I think they were going out of stock.
Yeah, so they were just like selling them for $3.50, which is.
I got to the point where I thought they were all $3.50 and went and bought two VKs and I get charged 17 quid. for two
But,
blue VKs.
yeah, but we were like really early because we walked
We
walked from like Highbury and Islington, I think. It was like it was like a half-hour walk from that tube station.
took ages.
Yeah. And
We all fell out with each other and then fell back in at the door.
yeah, okay. Certain people fell out.
Mind the doghouse.
Certain people fell out.
Yeah.
Not me. You know who you are.
We went next door.
Yeah.
And
So there was two rows. So you got the main room, but we were like, oh, we want the indie. So we went in, and we were like the first people in there.
Yeah.
And it was this indie night, but it was like a really small room, and we were just like, all right.
When it never filled up. So
It
we were
never-
wondering. It was a Saturday.
Yeah, and we're like,
And so we went next door and it was packed.
so we walked in, we walked in next door, and obviously you've got this other room that's playing like Mr. Brightside and what have you, and you know the Wombats. We asked for Kiss and they didn't play it,
Yeah.
so fuck that
He
guy.
said who?
Yeah, they were like, who?
Paolo Nutini went, who is he?
Yeah, what are you doing? Sort yourselves out. And then we went into this other room. Describe what you saw.
There's just a bunch of folk on stage jumping up with like tube stations.
And it was like they were just like introducing themselves. It's just like these like sort of 40-year-old. They were probably like in
Random
the 40s.
people.
Yeah, random people just going like,
But everyone
introducing from the back of a van. It's Terry.
Yeah,
and
everyone
it's
was
just like, it's just like,
kicking about and they were throwing like sweeties into the crowd and
and there was that guy. Do you remember on the drums? He had like
Yeah.
a wig on, just like drumming like this. Just
they played
like,
Angels by Robbie Williams and she had,
Oh,
they
the
had
tube sign.
The tube sign.
yeah.
And it all just felt a bit not real.
And we were just, I've never seen our mate Michael laugh so much. He was honestly like on the floor, like crying. And so was I. Like
Yeah,
it was
mad.
it was just, I've never seen anything like it. Like going from just that really like that DJ in the indie room just being like, yeah, I'm just going to play the Wombats and Catfish to just these bods on stage just
Running
going
around crazy.
Oh man. So that was that.
Yeah, that was
That was that. Then we had
Nothing. Then we had Kendall.
Kendall, where I just crashed, I think, at that point. Because there was just so much.
Too much. Everything we've said there was in the space of 2 months. Down like Slam Dunk, Download, Glassdoor, Transmit, London. There must have been something in the middle, if I remember. I went to Making Waves to go and see Father, Son and Twin. And then
did he say something before he played that, by the way? Did he say?
Yeah, he said, oh, I'm going to play the song named after the festival.
Yeah.
But it's not actually named after it
No.
because Making Waves is brand new.
That's why we shouldn't have named
Kendall
this
was
podcast
good.
Making Waves.
It's like full of Scottish people, which I like.
Yeah, and it's close for you.
It's the
Because it must be a nightmare for you to come to download. Like, it's like 2 hours, like what, 2 hours away from me?
Yeah, well, that's the same with Kendall for us.
Yeah.
Hour and a half down there.
Whereas it's 5 hours for me. I was just like,
74.
yeah. But Kendall was really interesting because I didn't know what to expect going in. But I was just so surprised with how friendly everyone was, how like we didn't seem a bit out of place for just going mental, and how like
perfect mix of like
like the people that it was, and everyone was nice and and it was a great location as well.
Yeah,
the Lake. I've never been to the Lake District before.
Never really rained, which we were told it would.
Yeah, it did rain. I mean, I slipped over at one point until when I was absolutely steaming.
Yeah,
and it was just I just get picked up. Silent Disco in the Woods, that DJ set,
a big earth.
Just that massive like inflatable earth that was just in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, no, it was definitely like a really nice vibe. I think I remember on the Saturday or Sunday, I just crashed. I was like, oh. And then I got back up because the snuts were on. I was like, yes. Yeah, and then that was Kendall, and then
Leeds, I think.
Was there anything before Leeds? I feel like there was. I'm just looking through my camera.
I can't think.
I've
got a list of the gigs and festivals I went to.
Yeah. So there was Trees. There's that weekend. Sorry, apologies for like 2 seconds. We're just trying to have a look. Oh, we did. I tell you what we did in August. We did the tour of the brewery, and then we saw Father Son on the Sunday, and who was supporting Travis.
Yeah.
In Edinburgh, which you want to explain. I think you do the impression of how. So Father Son come on.
Father Son come on and play like a rock.
Play
show.
like a rock song, and then they say like
the headliners Travis come on and they play like synth.
Yeah,
he comes on and goes. Right, so we're gonna play a few songs.
Yeah, but he didn't start with playing anything. He just came on and went, okay, here's what's gonna happen, and you're like, that's the whole point.
It put us off.
Yeah,
we wanted to leave,
and we did.
Yeah, we did.
After
thank God we did. It was the last train I could have caught.
Yeah,
but
we did that, and then I went to All Points East only because Turnstile were playing.
Yeah. And Gorillas.
Saw them 3 times this year. Best band in the world, apart from the Snuts.
Then we had Leeds Festival.
Yeah, and then we had Leeds, and it was
Which
just
is the same. There's no point even explaining it because it's the same as every other festival just talked about. It was a big group of people getting on.
Did you-
watching bands.
Did you think that it was just like a bit, in the sense of that was really loud?
Like,
Did you hear that?
I thought it was better than 2021.
I thought so,
Yeah,
But I
that's
thought-
just we were more in the mood.
but there was more dickheads there though.
Yeah. But if you manage to avoid them, it's fine. Like, we all left unscathed,
Mm.
so
What barely?
yeah. I mean, like we didn't have any fights in.
No, we didn't. We didn't. Oh, I think I got headbutted.
Oh, fair. Well, maybe
And
you did then.
it's just I had some guy. I was just too drunk to even care. It was on the last night, and there was just this guy at Piccadilly. Piccadilly's like, if you've never been to Leeds,
Yeah.
it's I feel like we're saying stuff and people just won't know what we're talking about. So basically, Leeds Festival is a festival that happens in the north of England. It's got its counterpart Reading, but yeah, Piccadilly is like this sort of
Stage, late night stage.
yeah late night stage, which Reading doesn't have. Because I've been to Reading as well. Reading, people always ask me, "Oh, you've been to both? What would you say?" But I would say Leeds, just for like the sheer
The
nightlife.
late night stuff.
Because as soon as it's done at Reading, you've
You're
got
on your own.
you've
do
got
your
yeah,
own
but you've
thing.
got the silent disco, but the silent disco's just wank.
Yeah,
Like
so
it's,
you're on your own to just have your own fun.
yeah, and so it's just not good. Whereas you can just stay at Piccadilly until like 5 a.m. and then just crash out, which is what we did most nights. But the last night I was at Piccadilly, just this one dude who was like, must have been like 17, had his top off and just opening pits and stuff. So I tried to help him open this pit, and he just came up to me and just headbutted me like in the mouth there, and I just went like that, and I was just like, all right, first, and just like carried on. I was like, yep, there you go.
After Leeds, then
After Leeds,
September
then
was quietish. Then October was
Yeah.
saw the Snuts 5
Did I-
5
who
6
else-
times.
Where else did I go? I feel like I did one after Leeds, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong with that. Like again, I just have to look through the
I went to Vibrations in Falkirk, which I thoroughly recommend.
yeah.
It's a brilliant festival.
Oh, that was the one with the darkness. Yeah,
It was really good though.
I want to see the
It
darkness.
had like a little cave. DJ Cammy.
I'm kind of annoyed we didn't see the darkness
The
at download.
We saw Korn.
Who were great, by the way, but I was just knackered that day to like properly enjoy it. And I do really like Korn. The band. Oh, I tell you what I did. That's what it was. Somehow finessed getting standing at the Taylor Hawkins tribute band,
one.
which like everyone was like, "Oh, it's so emotional! It's so emotional." I'd cried my eyes out at the 1975 at Leeds, which sounds, you know,
Yeah.
because I'm such a manly guy. Like I cry at the 1975, and there's a few other bits where I cried at that weekend, but I just had no tears left in me at that time, and I was just knackered as well, and I was just there, just
You
like
driving?
yeah, I was as well, so I wasn't pissed, and neither was Dan, who we went with, and Harry and Dylan as well. Well, no, Dylan was
That where you
the
met
only one.
Dylan?
Yeah, that was when I met Dylan. No, I met Dylan
At Leeds.
at Leeds, but I kept on forgetting it.
Yeah.
like you did. But we love you, Dylan.
I forget everyone.
Yeah, I forget everyone. The no, but that was good. Just it was just mad, like just being like, I've paid 60 quid to see this, and Paul McCartney's just walked down stage, and then there's Queen, and then there's Rush, and then there's them Crooked Vultures who haven't played since 2011, and it's just like there's Josh Homme, even Queens of the Stone Age. It's just like all my favourite bands.
There's a lot to take in.
I was just like, yeah, just couldn't do it. And then I think then that's when I was like, I need to stop, like just for a bit.
We
Yeah,
saw the Snuts.
and then it
loads.
was the Snuts.
Talk about that in another episode because that's like a whole thing in its own.
Yeah, the Snuts. I think you're right with that. That was in the sense where we could just have a whole episode talking about the Snuts, really, and like how we both got into liking them and everything, really.
That's pretty much everything interesting in the year done. The last few months of the year, we just kept seeing each other, but that was like
That was like nights out, weekends,
a
and
few gigs.
Saw the View.
That was it.
The
View were great.
View were good. View were really good. Who else did we see? I think it was just Snuts, really.
Yeah, that was it. We saw them like so many times that we
Yeah,
could just talk about it for ages, so we
Yeah.
sort of just leave that out.
yeah. We could honestly talk about that whole weekend about going to Hooters,
So the Hooters and Nottingham.
which was an experience and a
That was
half.
nuts.
That was an experience and a half. But
Right.
but I would say how long have we got? How long have we?
I think we've got. I mean, got a wee bit. I think.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about sort of just. I mean, I've written down sort of what, you know, because I mean it is January now. It's what, 4th of Jan.
Yeah, I've got my New Year's resolutions to read out.
Well, we can do them, or if
Yeah.
we're talking about last year, we could talk about, because I've just put like, what would
have you
you
put?
say? I've just said about like the best album of last
right,
year,
okay.
which
I
you.
I tried to.
I thought people wanted to talk about that in the you know.
Yeah. I've got
in
I
the
wrote
drop
an
the lineup.
albums of the year shortlist and could only think of 4. I was meant to do a top 20.
The thing is, I was gonna write down my ones, but then I just thought, like, you're just gonna have the exact same ones that I'm just gonna put.
I just wrote down Paulo, Stats, 75, Fatherson. And that was it. That's all I can remember.
And we'll probably give it to the Snuts anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say Malevolence, but I don't think you've listened to it.
Nah.
Really,
No metal in my life.
no, Malevolence are a really good band, I think. Like, I wasn't huge on them anyway. And then I saw them at Download and I was like, wow, that's actually... we started at Download. I always love to tell this story. At Download, the guy from Malevolence, like, the second song comes on and just goes, Download, this is the home of the circle pit, remember?
Yeah,
he's like, this is the home of the circle pit. He was like, I want a circle pit there. I want a circle pit there. Yeah, so I was like, what am I doing? He's not from Baltimore. He's from Sheffield. And I help me ducks, right? I want a circle pit there. I want a circle pit there. I want one over there and I want one over there, right? And obviously he literally pointed to where we were and no one was doing anything. It was like people on like deck chairs and stuff.
We just like started spinning our own.
Like 4 of us.
And then it went.
Yeah, just massive. And our mate Sam like had like his glasses on, like he had like a cut there for the rest of the weekend from it. Yeah, like, but yeah, no, they were really, really good. Like comes out with like Pyros, like the 4th song, and it's just like you're like, I didn't realize the Cortinas were here. Like, what's going on? But no, I think their new album's really good. I'm very excited. That's half the reason I'm going to Slam Dunk this year. Now
they're playing in Glasgow in like 2 weeks.
They played in Colchester down the road.
Supporting Trivium.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's like I don't know who's into Trivium, but I
don't know who Trivium are, but they're supporting them anyway.
Yeah.
Hammersmith Apollo.
I should go maybe.
No, I'm not.
I might be that one.
I would bet
I might be that dickhead that goes just for the support band.
Yeah.
I've never done that. Oh no, I have. I was like, I've never done that. We did that for Fatherson basically, pretty much. But But yeah, what so that was so album of the year. So read them out again. Just
I only wrote down the 4 because I was going to.
So Snuts.
I wrote
phenomenal.
Down, yeah, then Paulo and the Teeny. That's like one of my favorites. Then 1975.
Which I think, where would you put that 75 album?
I don't know, maybe like 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, that's right.
It was number 1 for a bit, but it's just not. It's grown on me as much as I thought it would.
I think it is for me. I'd go like self-titled or I like it when you see it, and then that, and then the other 3 or the other 2, isn't it? Yeah,
5 albums, 5 number 1s,
5 number 1s.
Huge.
Nearly a number 1.
Sold out tour.
Do you remember how much we wanted the Snuts to get number 1 this year?
Yeah. Was it came second or
3rd? Behind. Well, Slipknot got 1st,
and
then our mate Ian was giving us a load of grief, and we just wanted to punch him on that night.
Not George Michael.
I think it was George Michael.
He released a compilation.
Yeah,
shouldn't count.
It shouldn't count. He's not here to, if you're not here to see it, it doesn't count.
If you're not doing 9 dates of your tour, we don't care.
Yeah, well, no, we'll talk about the Snuts another day. But what was the other one that you've got on your list again?
Father, Son. It's the only one I could think of.
Yeah, no, it was a good album. It was really good.
It's not the best. I'd rank it as the worst.
What do you think's the best?
The second one. I can't remember the name of it. Point of Breaking. No.
Oh, well, you don't think
Open Book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's my favourite.
Do you not think Some of All Your Parts? Because that's my favourite.
Second, then Self-Tape was 3rd.
Yeah.
Big up Fatherson.
Big up Fatherson. Who do we meet in? You met him in Box. We met him after the 10-minute trial.
Open mic every Tuesday.
Ross.
11:30 PM.
Doesn't do it anymore, does he?
Nah, he's on. He's working away.
Yeah. In Box.
The music industry's not paid.
He's now. If you go into Box, there's a signed guitar with his like someone's painted. It's whoever's done this is talented. Like they've painted like half his face on this guitar. I was saying how many Venoms can I have that before I try and steal that? But then I don't want to get banned from Box because I think it is like my favourite place at the minute.
I got hit by a car outside Box. That's another story for another.
Yeah,
another story for another cast. Right.
So yeah.
It's 2023.
No, hang on. I wanted to talk
you're
about.
Still talking?
I'm still talking
this
about
guy?
this. What do you mean?
There's no more to talk about.
No, I was just saying. What would you, if you had to do right? I would say this is like best gig and best festival set. If you could, no, not ever.
Oh, no,
we're talking about last year.
Oh, right, okay.
This guy. If you could have a festival set, and you can have like an actual gig that you pay to see.
I change mine all the time though. Every time I go to a gig, I say that's the best thing I've ever seen. It's a bad habit.
It's a bad habit.
Best gig was
this beer. Oh my God.
Best
beer I've ever drunk in my life.
Best gig was probably Twin Atlantic at the Barrowlands because I played my favourite album in full.
That's decent.
Can't choose between the 2 nights. Like the first night with Lewis, my sisters, and Lara and that, and went to Catty, and the second night I went to a date and didn't go very well.
I think mine was...
Gig was good though.
I want to say it's Foles in Birmingham.
With George.
Yeah. I think that was just... And I wasn't even drinking that night.
Yeah.
That much. I think I may have had like, what, 2 pints in my system?
Yeah.
Because the barbecue was... And that arena's really good in Birmingham. You've been to that one?
City Centre.
Yeah, or the one in... Yeah, you've been to that one?
The one in City Centre's good. Apparently the one outside the city's not as good.
Yeah. That arena in the city centre is great.
It's
really
the
good.
canals and stuff.
It is.
I like that one. I saw bring me in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I want to say it's that, or it's Sam Fender at Ali Pally. But not Ali Pally, Wembley Arena.
Best festival set was the 1975 at Leeds.
Really? You'd put that there?
Yeah. Nah, it was just nuts until I saw 75.
See, I would say, for me, I would say it was Turnstile Trees.
Yeah.
Only I'd literally seen them a week before my Glastonbury. Went to see them at Trees, and it was like they were this good at Glasto, and it was just like another level at Trees. I think it was the crowd as well.
Yeah, more into that kind of music.
Yeah, I mean, it was still like. I'm pretty sure I cried stuff over James Acaster because he was on that video. If you go on YouTube and watch it, he's at the front there, and
he loves all that stuff.
Yeah, and then we so I was like, oh, that's pretty funny that I probably crowd stuffed over James Acaster. Then we went to All Points East.
He was there,
and we were just talking, and he's just sitting with his girlfriend, like because Turnstile. He must love Turnstile, but yeah, big up James Acaster. But yeah, I would say that. So Turnstile at Trees for me.
I wouldn't say. I can't even think of a top song either.
What?
Like from last year. If I was to say like top song, top album, but I can't think of a top song.
Well, I would say the right. I mean,
audio.
Look at your tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that there.
So I mean, you probably say. I mean, I would say it's probably that.
Maybe Shine a Light by Paolo.
Yeah, that's a good song.
That's bad. I can't think.
Anyway.
I'm not very good at this music review thing.
You're really not. You're like, yeah. So anyway, beer.
Just doesn't. It's not my passion.
No, it's not your passion. Your passion is
the cast.
And the passion is the podcast. Right, go on then. Read us out your New Year's resolutions.
Nah, you must have some as well.
I don't know because I was like,
you can think of them. Everyone has at least one. Well, number one.
I did last year. I did Dry Jan.
Yeah,
that's gone out the window. Right. So
read a book.
Just a book.
I've not read a book since 6th year. The last book I read was Great Gatsby, but I read it. I read it chapter by chapter because you could only read it once per lesson in English.
I don't think I've read a book in a while.
Drink 4 waters a day. I'm not very good at drinking water.
You're obsessed.
4 pints at least. I've had 5 today, so 3 tomorrow. Average over the week.
I'm not big at drinking water. I'll have to have like, and I will say this in Scotland, squash. Yeah. It's not dilly, it's squash.
I keep waking up when I'm not drinking with a hangover, and I'm like, oh, I've not been drinking. What's the issue?
Yeah, and
it's obviously because I'm dehydrated.
Yeah.
So all I drink is.
And you don't eat before you go out, really, do you?
No.
Yeah. So you just that's your answer. Don't forget that on the list. You need to eat before you go out.
Drink water. 4 pints a day. I've got 8 pint glasses. I found.
Oh really?
So I'm using them.
You need to get one of those like big water bottles that people have.
No, I don't like it because it goes. I like it nice and cold.
Yeah. Yeah, but plus, but I just think
I never really leave the house, so I don't need to. I just go down the stairs.
That's right. You've got the best tap water.
I just use the tap in the bathroom.
Yeah, but you've got the best tap water anyway. Like to go from like what's funny is coming up here and then being like drinking so much water and then just going back home and it's just like it's like night and day. It's so bad down south.
The other one I can do this now is to film 5 seconds every day for a big video at the end of the year.
And then you see, I tried to do that one year. I always want to do that. I always want to do that.
I got one of my cat yesterday because I did nothing.
But I always want.
I've worked out I've done the wrong amount of seconds. I might need to put it down. 5 seconds.
This is the thing.
30 minutes.
Yeah,
that's a film.
You can't do it. Matt did it one year. Our mate Matt did it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want to do this year.
Or
like no. I always say like, I want to do like a second because there was an app that did it before Be Real came out. There was an app that like you could do.
It's back. It's back on the App Store.
What?
That's the app.
Oh, really?
It's like number 5 in the App Store.
Yeah, because everyone has that same idea that they're going to do it. Everyone has it. And then it's just like, because nothing happens in January. So you're like, oh, I can do it. And when stuff starts happening out again, you just completely forget to do it. And you're just like, oh, well, I'll just have it. And then you miss out a day. And then you just, like, I think I got to like, I did it in 2019. And then, I think I got to like March. And I was like, oh, just no point now. Because you're in that mood of like, oh, new year, new me. That's why everyone's New Year's resolution fails. Apart from these ones, you're going to read a book tomorrow.
That one, start a podcast.
Yay! Done already.
4 days in.
Done already.
I start one every year. I'm going to keep this one up.
I think we can keep this one
up. I've got you to shout at me now. I've got a co-star to keep me in track.
Keep you in track. I mean, I'm hoping what we can do is like, because I was going to say to you over there, like if we can do it where, you know, we can have something like this every now and again, but then like if we need to record it like, you know, via Zoom or any other, you know, recording platform available.
Discord.
Yeah, Discord. Yeah, not that one. Then yeah, I think we can do it. Yeah. What is that? Is that it?
I think so. I had to not be fat. That's not very good.
I'll get you in the gym, mate. I think we should do that one thing.
Those massive spoons, that doesn't work.
Yeah, so does that. Well, to be honest, I had more. Oh no, you had 2 things to it.
Right.
No, I was just thinking who had more.
All right. Well,
I had a pizza and ice cream. Yeah. Oh well. I think when I you know.
There's loads of ideas that we can have.
Like Gregor goes to the gym for the first time.
There's Beatles. I've never listened to Beatles in my life.
Yeah, so we had the idea of there's a few like things that we want to do, but like what just strikes me as insane is like
never listened.
No, but not just the Beatles, but you've never listened or given any chance to like old music.
Nah.
Like you've never like you've just gone like I think you got into music around.
I listened to The Cure for the first time last week.
What do you think?
They're all right. I had them blocked for some reason on Spotify.
I've only done that with one band.
What? Who?
Guess.
Is it the Ratings?
no, they're the best band in the world. No, Catfish.
I
think I just got so annoyed one day. I think it was after that night where they played it 4 times. But we'll get onto that because that was the Snuts weekend.
No, podcast.
Another day.
Should we start a Patreon as well? And get folk to give us money.
Yeah, I think we should.
If you're listening for free, you should feel guilty.
If whoever like, no, that's a stupid idea. I was gonna say like
suggested donation £15. Yeah. It's like charity. It's
by the mic. Yeah. Please, sir, can we have some more? Please.
We'll have to make socials and everything. We've just done this on a whim and not done anything.
Yeah, but I think it's good to just do this on a whim because we've got the. I was like, we just need a name for it, and then just to be like, right, let's make the brand elsewhere, and what have you. Because I think, I
had to download TikTok and deleted it this morning.
Yeah.
But I delete it every day.
When you said download TikTok, I'm like, what, the one where you were mixing your drinks before download? Like the TikTok you made? Like, what?
13,000 views that got.
Actually?
Yeah. Had the right algorithms.
That's what we need to do.
My most viewed one's 75,000. It's me after an 8 catty fell on my bank account and I spent 300 quid.
That's when you were regular.
For 70, so I must have just bought like 10 people drinks.
Yeah. But
no longer.
Oh my god. But no, I think that we've got enough to talk about. Yeah. So anyway, you've never really listened to like any old music.
A whole segment.
I've been like, right, I want you to listen to this. Like, you've never listened to like the Smiths, really, have you? That's so mad. That's just nuts. That's nuts.
I don't know who knows.
The Rolling Stones.
Nah. The Beatles is the big one. I know Beatles songs, but I don't know the album names.
See, like the thing is, like I'll say that I'm a big Beatles fan. Like I'll say that I'm a big Beatles, but like in the grand scheme of things,
Oasis.
I'm not. Have you never listened to What's the Story?
Well, I've listened to the songs, the singles.
Oh my god! Right, you need to get on that. That's their second best song in my opinion.
I know that one from seeing Liam Gallagher twice.
Indie. Dark Fruits. Did you used to have a lemon in your bio? Because I did.
No.
I used to have a lemon in my name.
I used to be metal.
Rock and roll.
Pop punk.
Pop punk.
Ripped jeans from like here to like...
I forgot about the ripped jeans.
I would sit down and go...
That's good. Yeah. But yeah, that just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Because I'll listen to bands and I'll be like, oh, they're clearly influenced by Oasis, or they're clearly influenced by like the Stones, or even like the Smiths, or people like that, and you're just like, that's just mad. People just like,
I'm just like, lovely song.
I listen to Twin Atlantic. That is.
I worked out how much I've gave them on Spotify. If only if I was to give them a check of the amount I've listened to them on Spotify, it would be worth £75, and that's for like 100,000 minutes.
That's nuts.
So that's like 5 years. No, it's a bit much. Half a year.
Are they your most listened to ever on Spotify? Yeah. Twin?
Yeah, by a mile.
I think mine is now... I don't know who mine is. Because you've got that app now where you can just go. That's
another episode idea.
Yeah, I need to get that and we can do that. But
So we
But
just
yeah.
wrap it up.
I think we should probably wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Get that
The rap
wrapped up.
god.
What's happened to the rap god, actually?
He went full time.
Did he actually?
He's a wish-up boy.
Didn't you interview him when you did your old job? Did you interview him? Weren't you meant to go around his house and make like a rap or something?
Nah, but we just did it over Zoom. So I got sent a bunch of food from Iceland. He was sitting there and I was like...
right, no, you're not rapping it properly. You need to just...
It was so weird.
It's like, no, go back to Nigella Lawson. Lawson giving like cooking
full-time
show.
social media. He worked in the bakers up the main street, Denham's.
Oh, what, the one next to Greg's?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They worked in... No. That's Baines you're thinking of. He was another butcher up the road.
Oh, really?
But yeah, thanks for listening if you did.
Yeah, thanks very much. Hopefully this is the first of many.
Should be.
Should be, yeah.
And then donate to the Patreon. £15.
We are not starting a Patreon just yet. What do you mean start a Patreon? Who's going to download just now, just seeing us just waffling?
George Button, £20.
It would just be our mates. It would just be our mates.
Need. They owe us money.
No, finally. Finally. Well, listen, thank you very much. This has been entertaining.
It's been fun.
For the first one, yeah.
We have a whole snuts tour to talk about soon.
Yeah, and then you listen to the Beatles and Oasis for the
we'll
first
go away
time.
and listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Well,
not the Papers.
Yeah, well, cheers to that.
Beautiful. Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Thank you.
Bosh.